Kyle, your Michigan Wolverines' own Junior Colson is up next. What are your thoughts on Colson?
Yeah, it's all gold stars for Colson,
Nice.
my Michigan Wolverine dude here. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me take the lead on one
Of course.
of my favorites here. No, yeah, Colson. He's we didn't get to see him at the combine, and he didn't do. I don't really think he did anything at the pro day. I thought I saw something about an injury. Not sure, but yeah, we didn't get any data on him anyway. But I think you watch tape. I think he's a nice size or nice combination of size and speed for the position you look at. He's 6'2", 238. I thought he moves well for a guy that size. I thought I think he's got pretty good range, good burst getting downhill. He moves pretty well. As far as change of direction for a guy his size, I thought he was a pretty easy mover considering. He's a solid run defender. He's a solid run defender and a solid tackler. He has just a 6.2% career missed tackle rate. Doesn't miss many. And that's having played at least 500 snaps over his 3 years at Michigan, beginning as a freshman. So, the number's low, but he's been out there since he's been on campus. So you like to see that. He's consistently been a strong run defender. I think he does have some coverage ability. He graded out well, 83.4 coverage grade this season. He's got size to match up with tight ends, and I think he's got the ability to turn and run with backs as well. There's just some instances too where he kind of has a decent feel in zone. So I think you see it as far as the coverage aspect. He can do a little everything. And with the potential to even grow there a little bit as he gets coached up to. So I do like his 3-down ability, and I'm probably biased because he's a Michigan Wolverine and I'm a fan. But so just some of the cons, I guess. I thought he was pretty solid overall with his reads, but I did see some times where he was hesitant. I don't know if he just struggled with the play recognition and he was hesitant in that regard, but I thought there was times where he could just kind of maybe trust his eyes a little more and just go. Mm-hmm. And then, he's an aggressive dude, and I did appreciate his willingness and aggression taking on blocks. But he takes them head on in the hole, which is a tough task. Well, I totally dig the willingness to do that and appreciate it. He can get stuck when the big fellas hit him. I mean, they're bigger, right? They're tough to move and hold your ground. But he'll hit them head on in the hole, but he can get ridden out though. But it's a tough task there.
Of course, right? And look, any linebacker, like they're going to have those instances, right, where they're just outmatched by these big offensive linemen. It's bound to happen. But like you said, Junior Colson, just such a clean run defender, like plays his gaps well. He sheds blocks. He makes tackles, has a really solid, like kind of center of gravity as well, right? For a guy who's, 6'3", he's big. We have him as 247. Like he's great on his feet. Like, I don't know what, I don't know. Obviously, like you said, he didn't do anything at the combine. I don't know what his last weigh-in is. I don't know. 247 felt big, but either way, like just he's really impressed with. He is a big guy, right? But consistently in the right position, and has just found a way to improve it in each season. It has a really nice sample size of work to watch him just playing like clean gap sound football, like you like from your linebackers. And also, like, this is important because it's an issue for college linebackers. We've talked about it, in years past till we've been blue in the face, and you mentioned it as well. Like, the missed tackles, like he is head and shoulders better than his peers at wrapping up and not, I almost swear, and not like messing up, making a tackle, like whether it's in open space or off a block, like fighting through traffic. He just has great technique, and he improved every year there as well. Like he started with an 8.2 missed tackle rate as a freshman, then improved that to 6.7% in 2022. And then last year, 4.7% missed tackle rate in 2023. Like just clean work from him. It's so important for IDP as well, right? Like just not leaving meat on the bone and not getting into coaches' bad books as well, which helps keep him on the field. In coverage too, like you mentioned, like there's times where he's late to recognize, right? But I thought he showed off his range really well in coverage. Could cover sideline to sideline, chasing down those flat outs or wide screens. Had a nice coverage grade this past year, 83.4. And what I liked about it too, like, you watch him, it's not inflated by like interceptions and pass breakups, but just solid coverage all around it and making the plays that he's supposed to make, right? And yeah, he doesn't have any interceptions in his college career, but I think as long as he remains that solid and steady linebacker in the middle there, like those things will come on top of being able to rack up tackles. I really do. I think he could eventually emerge as the best linebacker in this class. If not as a rookie, then 2 to 3 years time. I don't think it would take him long. So, look, I've been praising him here, and I'll admit, I'm kind of in love with him as well. I know he's
I'm
not
getting
like,
hyped.
yeah, man, he's not like this like incredible athlete by any means. So we'll see how the NFL views him, and landing spot's going to be key. But I don't think he really has like such glaring weaknesses that aren't also common with every other linebacker coming out. Like, flipping his hips into coverage sometimes overpowered on blocks. Those are all things that we just kind of expect from the linebacker position. But there's also just so much that he does well and plays really clean. Like I said, I think coaches are going to love him. So I'm really hoping he gets a nice landing spot. But yeah, I mean, my landing spot. What do you got as your landing spot for Colson?
So I just love the Michigan love. I gotta tell you, John, like this music to my ears, man. Yeah, I'm getting hyped over here. So the landing spot. This is one you just hit. I picked Tampa Bay for Colson.
Nice.
I thought a lot of the same reasons you were talking about with Cooper, right? That's who you had going there. I thought with Colson, like you said, KJ Britt's there, Sebastian Dennis. One of those guys is going to win the other spot next to Levante David. If Colson got that nice landing spot, he could, take that spot and then learn from Levante David and then just run the show when David, eventually. I mean, how many more years he's going to play, I don't know, but yeah, I think he could just be the man there for Todd Bowles. So I kind of went that route. Yeah,
that would be sick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for me, like I originally I was gonna avoid this landing spot to dodge the cliche of Harbaugh bringing in Michigan guys, and I originally had the Washington Commanders here, but then they went and signed Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner in free agency. So guess what? It's the Los Angeles Chargers as his ideal landing spot for me. I think he's better than Kenneth Murray, Diane Henley, and Nick Neiman, maybe combined. No, just kidding. But at least potential wise, right? There's so much more to like with Colson than I think the guys that they already have on the roster. And I'd be all in on him again. I mean, more so if he landed on the Chargers and getting that perfect scheme fit for him as well with Harbaugh there. So yeah, yes, please. I really hope that if there's one player in the draft that I hope Harbaugh brings in from Michigan, it's Junior Colson.
Yeah, like he's gonna go full blown. He's gonna trade Herbert, draft McCarthy, draft Corum in the second, and then grab Colson in the third. Yeah,
let's run it. Yeah,
just run it back.
It would be beautiful. It would be beautiful.
No, I like that spot a lot. Yeah, it makes sense. I had that one written down on the paper too as potential for him because it makes so much sense, and it'd be an awesome fit too.